All right. Today we are going to be talking about this Sneako and this moist critical situation, which I already know about. Like, listen, I'm gonna be 1,000% real with you at the start of this video. I'm not about to sugarcoat nothing for you. Honestly, I'm just talking about this shit, just to get a little bit of views. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, we don't. The thing that we're not gonna do on this channel is we not gonna sit up here and fucking lie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, just like y'all shouldn't lie to yourselves. I'm doing this shit to get some fucking views off of it, a little bit. But I will give a little insight or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And just, I don't know, just see what the fuck this whole situation is about. Even though I think it's fucking ridiculous. But let's see, Charlie.
Hey Sneako, does this outfit look familiar? This is the same thing I wore last time I took you over my knee and spanked your bottom with some discipline. And I'm happy to report that these are back in stock and a lot more at moistglobal.com.
Oh.
Last time I talked about you, I used you for a merchandise push as well, so might as well stick with tradition. I bet just seeing me in this attire again has just sent you on a full-blown Winter Soldier episode with your eyes rolling into the back of your skull as you're experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder, because the first video I made on you offended you to such a high degree that you have not stopped whining since. It's already been 3 months. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
How time flies. You started shit with me by insulting me and my girlfriend out of nowhere.
No.
So naturally, I responded by
cuz.
making fun of you in return and showcasing the reasons why I don't respect you. But unfortunately, I failed to calculate just how much of a sensitive fucking loser you are. Because this hurt your feelings to such a high degree, it's become like an
my
Armageddon
God.
in your brain.
Okay, so before he goes on any longer, I'm not gonna sit up here and bullshit. I've already seen this fucking video. All right, I've already seen this video. I already know what's going on, and I just let Charlie summarize that whole shit for you. And if I sound a little bit like maybe tired or less enthusiastic about this shit, it's because number one, I don't care at this point, and number two, I'm doing this shit at night, even though I know this is like what 3 or maybe 4 days old. So by the time this is released, it'll probably be maybe, I don't know, today or tomorrow, maybe if I feel like it. But nah, bruh, I just wanted to react to this because I thought this whole situation was pretty fucking corny. At least what Sneako did, you know what I'm saying? Like when you making points or when you coming after somebody, like never come after their significant other or they family members, people who have nothing to do with that shit. That's whole shit in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's similar to street shit. Like when you in beef with a nigga or you know what I'm saying, robbed a nigga or whatever, your beef is with that nigga in particular. You know what I'm saying? It's not with his sister. It's not with his mom. It's not with, you know what I'm saying, his kid. None of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like them niggas who come through and get mad and shoot up niggas' houses and shit. Same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you fucking with people who have nothing to do with the situation at hand. You know what I'm saying? Like if you gonna come for a nigga directly and insult him, just insult him. Don't bring his family into it. You know what I'm saying? That's whole shit.
3 months you have
Or significant other, whatever. Same thing.
continued to melt down about this. The day after I posted my response, he went on stream and had a huge, unhinged tantrum and meltdown about the whole thing, and then he sent some of his viewers over. So I was
This nigga's
joking
really
with them,
sturdy
saying
with
like,
the
oh, you
Glock.
guys must have just stopped the cuties watch party over there at Sneako's stream, right? Welcome, cucks, that kind of shit. And it got really under his skin in a big way, so he started dancing around with the gun and threatening to come shoot me. So he kept saying, oh, you're in Tampa, right? I'll come see you, waving his gun around and dancing.
Yeah, that was fucking corny. That was very fucking corny. And on top of that, like, look, bro, me personally, when it comes to shit like this, it's kind of like what the rappers do and shit. Like me personally, I'm not about to sit up here and flash guns on camera to appear gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not about to do none of that shit. It's like, look, bro, like me personally, when it comes to having guns, I believe you should be a responsible fucking gun owner. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally. And on top of that, like when I'm in a beef with somebody, like a lot of the time, if it's ever that serious, you're not gonna see me flashing guns on camera. You're not gonna see me even responding to most of these people. You're not even gonna see me really doing nothing for real, for real. I'm just gonna let that shit pass because like who cares? Who gives a fuck at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying? Like as long as what they doing is not affecting me, like who am I to say or do anything, right? But Sneako obviously had his ego hurt by this whole situation. You know what I'm saying? And it's like Charlie, Critical is like the last nigga you will want to really get insulted by or even really want to beef with. You know what I'm saying? But when shit like this happens, I usually just like think back to my days when I was younger and when I was a lot more naive and I wasn't really not naive, what's it called? I was still in development type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think back on my younger days and shit and how I was back then and how I wasn't as mature as I am now because of all the experience and all the fucked up shit that I went through throughout the years that to where it's like, you know, but like guys, don't be like sitting around here, pretending to be a thug, waving guns and having drugs and shit on camera. Even though I don't really classify weed as a drug, in my opinion, that's just me, right? But it's like, look, man, if you really gonna do something to a nigga, just do it to him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do at least. I mean, I don't know about a lot of y'all, but it's like if I have a problem with a nigga, I would never fucking announce that shit. You know what I'm saying? If anything, the smart thing to do would be to let that nigga feel comfortable. Maybe let that shit blow over for a couple of weeks, months, you know what I'm saying? To where, he feels comfortable. And then that's when you should strike at him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my personal opinion. That's how I would go about something like this. You know what I'm saying? And it wouldn't be on the internet type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the beef was that serious. But if it's not that serious and it's just some internet shit, I'm not even going to fucking respond to it 98% of the time. You know what I'm saying? But, like, this is corny. You know what I'm saying? Like, real gangsters move in silence. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same shit. Real gangsters move in silence. That's why, like, niggas, that's why you really don't be seeing me on social media waving guns and flexing money and shit like that. Like, cause it's like I'm very low key. I like to keep myself as out of the public eye as possible when regards to my social media, because that's how a lot of these rappers and shit be getting locked up too. Niggas be self snitching like a motherfucker. Self snitching is a goddamn epidemic right now. Niggas will do anything for attention, and that is attention that I do not want. And Sneako shouldn't have either.
You want to watch my clips? Watch my clips. Watch my clips. You want me to watch your clips? Watch my clips.
Fucking ridiculous.
These are the only clips I'm watching. You were?
Now the reason.
Also, I don't like how he said that shit, man. Like, this nigga said you were. Like this nigga is a nigga from Brooklyn or Queens or some shit. Like, bro, New York niggas say bullshit like that. You know what I'm saying? But then again, like, what would I know, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm a nigga who for the most part is I'm from Kansas City, bro. You know what I'm saying? And most of the people that I interact with for the most part are either from the West Coast, they from California, they from the Bay Area, or they from or they sometimes from the country, like some of my family, they from the country, or some of them are from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So it's like those are the people that I mainly interact with. But I don't know. It's just something about New Yorkers' accents that always sound fucking stupid to me. Like, goddamn. But that's just me though.
And he keeps saying watch my clips while threatening me here is because during the stream I couldn't watch him live because he just kept shouting slurs. So I said watch my clips to see what I was saying about you. I had to communicate via Twitch clips. And I'm sorry to be that guy, this is like the grammar police of guns, but he's a fucking imbecile, you absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags.
Yeah, Charlie. I know that you said that you hate to be the grammar police and everything, but it's like, clips, I mean, it's hood shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's some shit that every nigga say. You know what I'm saying? Basically. Like, nobody really says magazine like that or mags. I mean, some niggas do, but for the most part, like, cause, like, when you talking to a nigga, usually he calls the magazine a clip. That's just, every nigga do that. But I kind of understand.
They're mags, not clips.
Also, that's a nice little gun he got.
Clips, you absolute fucking dummy. The same way that this is
Also, that is a very beautiful looking AR-15. That looks like an AR-15. It might be something else, but very, very beautiful looking AR-15. Like how he's got the scope on it. It looks like he's got a flashlight on it. You know, cool. You know what I'm saying? I've been looking into getting an AR-15 myself, actually. You know, but I haven't really been able to have the time to do that.
also a mag. They're all mags. Stop saying clips. You look fucking stupid here. Anyway, sorry for the gun anatomy lesson. He was very upset, so he was threatening to come shoot me, beat me up, all of that, because I hurt his feelings, and it's been festering for quite some time now. 3 fucking months. You love to bitch about how everyone's canceling you.
Oh my
These
God.
soy boy NPC bots are all canceling you. It's all you do. You treat the teenagers in your Discord like they're your goddamn therapist. Just going in there to complain about the invisible boogeyman canceling you again, shaking your fist at the clouds. I also love that you treat this Discord server like it's your PR team, so you have them work on your responses on Twitter because you're not witty enough to come up with anything on your own.
Damn.
You have no ability to banter. You
Damn.
can't insult anyone.
Goddamn.
Anytime you're pushed, all you fall back on is one of 3 things: soy boy, bot, or NPC, and that's it. You never deviate from this path.
Oh my God.
Which is ironic, because you're like literally a sheep. You have 3 programmed responses. You're like the absolute worst character, side character in an MMO.
So kind of like one of those NPCs off of like Oblivion, you know what I'm saying, or Skyrim. Mostly Oblivion though. Like, have y'all niggas ever played that game? You know what I'm saying? Like you know that, like, if you've ever played Oblivion, you know that the NPC conversations are some of the most hilarious fucking things that you will ever hear in a video game, because the NPC conversations are so fucking strange. It's like, this is not how real people interact with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but it was definitely very advanced for the time, I think. But holy shit, man. Like, those conversations are fucking hilarious.
It's pathetic. But I'm getting sidetracked. You love to be super public about how much you hate antidepressants and you shit on anyone who takes antidepressants, but with the way you talk in your Discord server, I'm pretty convinced that you're only 2 or 3 messages away from asking your community to source antidepressants for you under the table to help with all this mental anguish you're going through. And I think that'd honestly be a good idea. It might help you. But I'm putting the cart before the horse here. How did we get to this point? Well, I made that video about Sneako, and I fully planned on that being the only time I ever talked about this asshole. I really did. All I wanted to do was highlight why I personally don't respect him. I know a lot of people criticize me for not tackling his points, and to that I say, bah humbug, this fucking goober didn't make any points. All he did was insult me and my girlfriend. He insulted me and my girlfriend because I made fun of one of his friend's blatantly fake stories.
You know what, bro? I actually remember the video that Charlie did. It was on that one nigga from Fresh and Fit. I think his name is Fresh, maybe. I think that's his name. And basically, he told this very ridiculous fucking story about how an NBA player, for whatever fucking reason, walked up to him, of all people, and asked him where the parties were at. Which makes no fucking sense, which I'm pretty sure that most NBA niggas, all these celebrities, high earners, they got a managers for that. They got PR teams and all this other shit for, you know, things like that. So I highly doubt that will fucking happen. So obviously that was a very obviously fake fucking story, but I don't think I should need to tell y'all that.
He resorted to childish name-calling like, I'm ugly, and I don't go outside. That's not making any points. Like, what am I supposed to debunk there? No, actually, my mom thinks I'm handsome, and so does my girlfriend, so you're wrong, factually wrong. There's nothing to debunk. The whole point of the video was highlighting why I don't respect him. I'll go ahead and briefly give you a previously on Dragon Ball Z lore recap to bring you...
Yeah, I'm gonna skip over this part of the video, because this is the part where he talks about the, I don't want to, you know, the CP that, you know, Sneako watched being, cuties. Yeah, I actually heard about the whole controversy behind that movie, and then I saw the poster, and then I understand why everybody hated it or just didn't want to watch it, because, like, me personally, that shit is very weird. Like, you know, like even the intention behind the film or whatever, like, I've never watched it. I don't want to watch it. Honestly, I don't even want to fucking think about it because I got a little sister, and when I see shit like that, it actually fucking like bothers me. So we're gonna skip past this because I just don't want to hear about that shit. Let's go to the cuck part though.
Even telling the story of how he was literally in the bed watching his girl get fucked by a different man, moaning intensely, and it was traumatizing. Yet he recommends that everyone should try it at some point for some reason.
Because this was imagine seeing the girl you love like get.
Bruh. Sneako, out of all the niggas podcasts that you could have went on to discuss some information like this, you went on Agent and Lowe's fucking podcast. Bro, you already knew these niggas was gonna violate him. I mean, deservingly so for this situation. Like, listen, if you are into getting cucked and all that other shit, I mean, that's completely fine, whatever. But me personally, like, no. I feel like niggas should get bullied for some shit like this. Understandably so, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, fuck that. I'm the type of nigga that if me personally, right? I don't want to say anything about, sexual preferences and all that other shit with females. But me personally, right? I like to dominate a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I like to put a bitch in a dog collar if I can, right? But that's just me though, personally. You know what I'm saying? But I'll still fuck a bitch regular and all that. But it's like me personally, like no. What your sexual thing is, what your sexual thing is, and we don't kink shame over here, all right? You know what I'm saying? But I still feel like if you're, into getting cucked and all that other shit, I mean, that's very fucking questionable in my opinion. That's very fucking questionable. And also, I wouldn't really mind if Sneako, like, was actually into getting cucked and all that other shit, and, that's fine, whatever. I have a problem with it because this nigga preaches a lifestyle that he obviously knows nothing about, nor does he follow in his beliefs. And what I mean is the whole, red pill, MGTOW type thing. He obviously doesn't fucking believe in it. He obviously doesn't really, he's just parroting everything that, niggas like Andrew Tate and, those types of people say. And listen, me personally, when it comes to that whole, red pill, MGTOW thing, I'm all for it, to be honest. I'm very much, all for it. You know what I'm saying? Because men specifically, they need a space to, discuss a lot of the bullshit that happens. Because, it's bullshit. We're not about to sit up here and pretend like a lot of these bitches don't have these ridiculously high-ass fucking standards when 98% of the time they can't even meet it they damn self. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, it's like the bitches saying that they want a nigga who got like a I don't know, like gotta be like 6'2", right? Nigga, I'm 6'2". There is not a lot of tall men around, all right? I tower over most people. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I have seen some females that are somehow taller than I am, but that's a small percentage, right? And it's like, me personally, I can't really speak on certain things with like men, certain men getting, you know what I'm saying, not getting the type of results that somebody like me, I guess, would get. Especially like when I was like a little bit skinnier. Even though I was never really skinny, I was pretty muscular for the most part. Still am. I just need to lose a cool like maybe 60 pounds and I'll be, back down to how I was, right? But that's neither here nor there, right? Anyway, like, me personally, I've never really had a problem getting females or even talking to them, right? But at the same time, there was still some bullshit that came with that. You know what I'm saying? So I understand why things like MGTOW and red pill exist, and I'm all for it. However, me personally, I believe that there should be a balance. That's just with me personally. I believe that there should be a balance with anything that you consume, rather that be food, media, you know what I'm saying? Like even like interactions with people. There needs to be a balance, you know what I'm saying? Because too much of anything is always bad. All right, too much of anything can be always bad if you don't know how to balance your shit out. You know what I'm saying? Money though, that's a different thing. You know what I'm saying? But y'all need to learn how to balance shit out. Too much of anything is always bad.
Get fucked.
Get fucked.
You love her?
Yeah, I do. I love it. Yeah. I love
No.
her. I was about to say I love this bitch. I'm like, nah, let me not say that. I love my
Queen.
wifey, my queen.
And
Good
you
answer, good
allowed the love of your life to
Queen
get
to get-
fucked by another man.
What happened to the other agreement?
Is there,
Why
is there,
that
is there,
one didn't last?
I'm crazy.
The first time, as soon as I saw it, like 3 pumps in, I just got up and walked out.
Bro.
I can't do that. Like feeling traumatic thoughts, like
Look, nigga, Batman, the CIA, the FBI, the fucking the Black Panther Party, the Black Liberation Army, the goddamn cartels would never be able to get this sort of information out of me. I'm gonna have to die. All right? If those motherfuckers came in and flayed the skin off of my goddamn back right now, I would rather much die than have that sort of information out there. Like, I'm sorry. I don't care what nobody says. Like, no, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going out fighting. I'm finna die. You are not about to get that sort of information out of me. Like, no, fuck all that. Like, Sneako shouldn't have never even fucking put this sort of information out there, because that could be used against him. Like, you can't be an alpha male, quote unquote, right? Even though I hate those types of terminologies, right? Alpha male, sigma male, all the beta males, all that other shit, right? Me personally, I feel like it's weak niggas and then there's strong niggas, right? Weak and strong. And then there's the niggas that's in between, right? Regular, essentially, right? It's like, I don't believe in all these fucking terms. It's either you with it or you not. You about it or you not. You know what I'm saying? You about your business, you about your money, or you not. You want to live regular or you want to live lavish. All right? Everybody got a fucking role to play at the end of the day. That's how I feel about shit like that. So with all this alpha, red pill, all this other shit, right? It's like there needs to be a balance. Okay? Too much of anything is always fucking bad. Balance your shit out. You know what I'm saying? There's a time and a place for shit like that. So just my advice to y'all niggas would just be to like, listen, you know, do the MGTOW, you know what I'm saying? The men going their own way, the red pill, all that other shit, right? Do whatever the fuck you want. But just balance your shit out. Because at the end of the day, we all human beings. We all make mistakes. We all have emotions. Even if we don't want to fucking show them, right? And I don't want to show my emotions. I usually never do because I don't know how to. And even if I did, it's like, listen, I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying, sit around here and, you know, fuck around and pretend like, you know, I'm this stoic, you know, stone cold, like, you know, whatever, like alpha male. Like, no, look, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm a nigga from the hood, a regular ass nigga from the hood who grew up, had, you know, my ups and downs in childhood and teenage years, just like every fucking body else, right? I have emotions like everybody else, like every nigga, you know what I'm saying? And let me tell y'all niggas something, all right? You know, especially y'all females. Let me get something clear to y'all. Street niggas are some of the most sensitive niggas I have ever fucking seen in my life. And it's like, y'all have to understand that we are people. Everybody goes through some shit. And sometimes those things bring people to a point of no return, to where it's like certain things we can't let go. Certain things we can't let slide. Certain things we never fucking forget. And the same shit regards into men. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we all people at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should have a balance out to their life. Me personally, I'm very selfish. I like being alone. However, does that mean that I like being alone almost every fucking day of the year? Like, no. You know what I'm saying? I go out, I interact, I'll talk to people sometimes when I feel like it. And it's like, you know, I like to be selfish. I like to have money. I like to do certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to prioritize myself. I like to do that. I like to work out occasionally because the better I look, the better I feel. You could call me, you know, self-centered or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's like, listen, I don't want to be around people all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'll only be around people when I have to, or when, you know, I feel like I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, a lot of the time, I like my solitude. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean that I'm not gonna go outside and jog and all this other shit and go get me some snacks every now and then, and maybe even listen to what some people got to say or talk to somebody. But it's like there's a balance. You know what I'm saying? Balance out everything. Know what you want. Know what your purpose is, and have a plan or have something to where you want to get to where you want to be, and that's all you have to fucking do. All right. If you want to live a regular life, live a regular life. If you want to live a lavish life, work hard towards living that, but also make sure you're responsible with your money. All right. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why a lot of niggas, who win the lottery go broke. All right. Because they've never had that and they can't balance it out. But let's continue.
Seeing her with another person, it's a lot. But I think it's something everybody should do.
Fuck off.
Just to test. I know. You know what?
So my point with this was, why is this the guy that's lecturing everyone on their relationships, shitting on people's relationships, when he himself is in one that makes him very upset and he can't come to terms with it?
Yeah, that's the point I was making.
Now, if he's open about being a cuck and happy and proud to be a cuck, that's fine. But he's not. It makes him mad every single time. So why the fuck is this insecure guy the one that's the moral authority on healthy relationships all of a sudden? That was the point of me bringing up that clip. Now, that was basically the whole video. I summed it up real quick. All I pointed out is I don't respect his opinion because he defends a movie I consider to be child porn. I think any film or any production that has real children being sexualized should be classified as child porn.
You know what? I definitely agree with that.
That's how I view it. Maybe your definition's different, but
no, that's the gist of it.
That's how I personally view that kind of content. So him defending that was beyond reprehensible to me.
Like me personally, how I feel about that whole situation with him, defending that bullshit is I feel like for the most part, it was just, him trying to be, contrarian. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be different than everybody else, or, say something that everybody hates, just being contrarian for the sake of being, contrarian. And, I feel like that's, also he did that to get attention. I feel like it's those two things mostly, but maybe there could be something under the surface that we don't know about, but I'm not about to fucking throw that shit out there.
And him being very public with his cuckoldry and how scarring it has been, it should be a lesson and an example that he himself is not great when it comes to relationships and all these things. And I posted that and it made him extremely upset and he hasn't stopped fucking crying about it for 3 months. So, fast forward to 2 days ago. I was streaming a Moist Esports tournament and I went up to go to the bathroom. I had to take a shit. It was a double flusher. So I was on the toilet for quite some time and I saw a Sneako post that he's posted quite a few times now and I thought, you know what? Fuck it. Not doing anything else right now on the porcelain throne. I'll play in the pig pen. So I did. For 3 months now, Sneako's had this adorable little collage that he made that looks like it's straight out of a 16-year-old girl's diary with pictures of boys from her class that she doesn't like.
Jesus.
All about people that have hurt his feelings. This is his wall of shame for people that have insulted him online. What's even sadder about it is he purposely leaves out people that he's afraid of.
All right, well, that's where the video ends, man, because I've already watched this video a couple times, and, I just wanted to give my little 2 cents on this, because, I wanted to get a little bit, some of them views, you know what I'm saying, a little bit, that, and also because this is a very interesting situation on both parties, you know what I'm saying, but, yeah, Charlie was definitely in the right, though, for... Even though, like he said, he didn't want to respond to this, it's like, I could kind of understand why he, wanted to leave this in the dirt. But, it's like, look, man, when you are, threatening people like that, I feel like a lot of shit is fair game after that. Like, you don't threaten people, especially when your threats are empty. So, if you got a problem with somebody, just look, bro, if you got a problem with a nigga, the best thing you can do is just try and talk to him in person. You know what I'm saying? Or if y'all are past the point of not talking it out, just fucking lace up your shoes like you in jail. Or if you got Crocs on or sandals on like I had, right? You go, you lace up them shoes, and you throw them fucking hands. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's really that much of a beef to you. You know what I'm saying? You fight, and then after that, you shake hands, you know, dap each other up, whatever the case is, and then you go on about your certain day, and you go on about your day. You respect the fact that this nigga's a man just like you a man, and he bleed just like you bleed, and he, you know, the beef is squashed. We hashed it out. We ain't got to take it any further than that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, let the best man win, and that's what happened, and we gonna go on about our day. That's the way that, you know, niggas squash beef, right? Or at least they should, even though niggas be shooting these days. But when you behind them walls, like, you only got your hands, and a lot of niggas ain't really working with shit up, you know, from the shoulders. But, you know, that's really about it. You know what I'm saying? This whole situation is ridiculous.